When you think of driving in Japan, it might sound a little complicated and stressful, but the truth is, driving in Japan is fairly easy and Japanese drivers are very unaggressive on the road. Things can get confusing when hopping into a car without any preparations, but after this video the Japanese roads won't have as much surprises for you anymore, and so you can enjoy your road trip to the fullest. Our very first tip is the shortest one, but definitely an important one. The steering wheel is on the right side of the car, so you have to drive on the left side of the road. When you're looking to rent a car, you'll notice that there's a category of cars that are cheaper than the others. This category is most likely a kei-kuruma. Kei-cars are small cars and can usually be recognized by their cube-like appearance or yellow license plates. Kei-cars have a few advantages compared to normal cars. For example, a kei-car may be cheaper to park at some places, and sometimes there are places foreseen specifically for kei-cars. Fuel efficiency is much higher and even highway tolls can be cheaper with a kei-car. But remember, don't expect much power from it. When you're driving, you'll sometimes see marks stuck on the backside of the cars around you. This mark is somebody who's in their first year of their license, so be gentle around them. And this one means that the person driving the car is an elderly driver. When you decide to drive in Japan, then it's your job to look up all the street signs and remember the ones that you're unfamiliar with, but some differences can easily be overlooked. This red mark with Japanese kanji on it means stop. At times it can also be seen on the ground, so don't forget to look out for them. Try to use your imagination with this kanji character here, as if there's a person telling you to stop. If there's a full yellow line in the middle, then it means do not cross, so you won't be able to overtake during this time. When approaching an open railway, you're supposed to come to a complete stop in front of the tracks, look left and right, and then proceed to cross the railway. The speed limits on highways can be confusing. When entering a highway, you'll probably see an 80 km/h sign, but the standard speed limit for most highways is actually 100 km/h. The smaller highways are usually a lot slower, around 70 km/h. You'll see other drivers driving a lot faster, but it's your own risk to follow them. Don't forget that Japan also has speed meters. Before entering a highway, you should first consider the highway prices. Highways in Japan require tolls and are far from cheap. For example, taking the highway from Tokyo to Kyoto can cost you up to $80. When getting directions on Google Maps, it will warn you for toll roads, but it won't be able to give you a price. Finding the highway prices isn't an easy task, so I'll make a short separate video for this in the near future. But avoiding highways in Japan can be very time consuming when you're starting from a city. So I recommend paying for highways every time you get close to a big city. When you're driving in the countryside, it will be a lot easier to find toll-free highways. It is recommended to use Google Maps and then select Avoid Toll Roads. Most Japanese cars are equipped with a television that is visible for the driver. I highly recommend turning off the television as it will greatly reduce your focus, and it's definitely not a good idea when you're driving on unfamiliar grounds. The gas station in Japan may be the same in your country, but just in case, here's a small guide. You press the button of the required gasoline type your car needs and then proceed with selecting the amount that you would like to pump. Pressing 2000 two times, for example, means that you want 4000 yen of gasoline. When finished pumping gas, you simply go inside and pay the bill. Also make sure you go to a self-gasoline station to reduce overall price. The biggest problem with most Japanese drivers is that they see a red light as orange. As you can see in this clip, we already have a green light, but there was still a driver that passed through red. When driving in Japan, you will occasionally see somebody drive through red, so be very careful at all times. Before you come to Japan, you will have to prepare your driver's license in your country to be able to drive in Japan. Just having an international driver's license isn't enough in Japan, as it needs a Japanese translation. So make sure you come prepared. I hope this video regarding driving gave you some insight on how to drive around in Japan. Driving in Japan is an amazing experience as you're able to see views that aren't easily accessible, and it gives you a lot of freedom. Please subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video and leave a comment below if you have any additional questions.